Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel for the F1 Manager Save. We are off to Japan for the Suzuka Grand Prix and do you know what? We're firmly top 3, which means hopefully all this research we're doing for next year is going to put us in a fantastic position to go and win the championship. But yeah, it's going alright. It's going alright. If we look at the standings, you can see here in the last race we actually got one more point than Ferrari and closed the gap by a point. It looks like Red Bull are going to pretty much run away with it. 7 wins, 22 podiums for them this season. Ferrari behind them, only 3 wins but 12 podiums. And then us, we've got 6 wins, 12 podiums. But Ferrari are just doing it with both drivers a bit more consistently than us, which shows sort of in the rankings as well. Verstappen is leading the way. He is 67 points ahead of Lando Norris, who's ahead of Charles Leclerc by like 11 points. And then you have both Ferraris. They've just been pretty consistent throughout the year. And I don't want to say we're going to get rid of Theo Pourchaire because I don't think we're there yet. But it is the sort of thing where we need to keep on considering if we want to win it, we're going to need 2 drivers that are consistently performing. But Theo is doing well. In terms of facilities, the only reason I've come here is to show you that pretty much all of our facilities are doing really, really well. Obviously, we need a fully working helipad, so let's get that refurbished. We're going to refurbish all of these. We love having all of our money-making operations facilities stuff working good. We have got 20 million in the bank. The team hub of the race simulator is still maxed out. We don't care about the scouts. And I'm thinking we go in and we're going to invest some money in a lot of stuff here. So we've got 10 million left. So it's, do we want to upgrade the car part test centre for 8 million, the suspension simulator for 7.5, or the wind tunnel for another 10? I think we're going to do the wind tunnel. We're going to go all out here. This is what we're focusing on next, by the way, all of these. We're going to save loads of money up to invest in them. And talking about money, we have 610 grand left because, you know, we've just spent loads of money in facilities. But we're not doing too bad in the cost cap. 24 million remaining. We're projected to have 30 million after all of our spend. We should be okay. We've been pretty good at staying on top of components that we need. So as you can see, we've got 2 chassis spare in the warehouse. We've got 2 front wings spare in the warehouse, 2 rear wings spare, 2 side pods. Oh, no underfloors. We need to create some. Okay, right. We'll be manufacturing some underfloors then. Let's get. Oh, we can't because the factory's shut. Yes, due to a sponsor obligation. I did look at that. And research, we are doing quite a lot of research as well, as you would expect. I don't know if we can see. If we go into board rules and regulations, I don't think you can see what you've done. Oh, you can see what you've done already. Okay. So we have done 12% of a change of 42 across pretty much the whole of the chassis. The front wing, yeah, it needs a lot of work doing. We are doing another front wing right now. This 60% is going to be an absolute killer. On the rear wing, we're getting there as well. Not too far off it, but again, lots of issues with drag reduction. In the side pods, huge changes. I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see how this all affects the lineup for next year. And you would imagine Red Bull will still be at the top, but it's interesting because you can't see what other cars are doing for research and things like that. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Obviously, we're focusing a hell of a lot on our research for next year. And I quite like that idea. Anyway, it's the Japanese Grand Prix. We'll go and do practice. We'll be back for... Oh, no, let's have a quick look at, before we go into that, Singapore. In Singapore, we got 3rd for Lando Norris and 6th for Theo Pourchaire. Very nice, behind the 2 Red Bulls and then the 2 Ferraris and then Theo Pourchaire. We played that one really well in my home Grand Prix. In Monza, we got Lando Norris in 3rd, Theo Pourchaire in 7th, so not too bad there. Zandvoort wasn't as good. Lando Norris finished 3rd. Theo Pourchaire did not finish in that one. Huge incidents meant that we had quite a number of people did not finish. 3 drivers not finishing that one. In Budapest, we went and what did we do there? Lando Norris won it. Yeah, that was good. Theo Pourchaire finished 9th. So really good drive from Lando Norris in the wet. And then in Silverstone, my 2nd home Grand Prix, Lando Norris won that one as well. A home Grand Prix win for Lando Norris, and Theo Pourchaire came 7th again in there. So Lando is keeping the pressure on Max Verstappen as much as he can. But yeah, he's just... I think as a team, we're running out of steam a little bit, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, we'll do qualified. No, we'll do practice. We'll be back for qualifying. And if you've noticed the difference, new webcam, or old webcam that I've repurposed to be a new webcam. So, yeah, a little bit of an insight into the back room stuff. We'll see you at qualifying. Okay, so we're back, and it's a 95% starting confidence for Lando, 94 for Theo Pourchaire as well. Although the car setups aren't brilliant, we have had a good practice session. We should have enough components to get us through to the end of the season, although it is always a risk saying that, because if people crash, then it can put things out. But yeah, we've got an engine there for 69%. We've got an 84% ERS for Lando. And he's got a pretty good gearbox in there as well, as at 83%, which we did buy new in one of the previous races. The engine, yeah, 74. He's got two 74% engines, which is good for Theo, because he does have a bit more pressure on his engines, let's say. He pushes them a little bit harder than Lando. 67% gearbox can go in as well. But yeah, you know, 92% set up for Lando and 88% for Theo, so not too bad. Both drivers should get through Q1, to be honest. It shouldn't be too much of a challenge. Suzuka should suit us reasonably well with our good high-speed cornering. We should be in a good position as Schumacher goes out early. We're going to send Lando out early just to see what he can do and see how it goes, and we'll send Pourchaire out just in front of Gasly. So Schumacher will catch him and he'll let him pass. Norris should have a pretty free lap with the timings we've done here, and he does, and he sets a 126.4. That's not amazingly quick, or the Williams has bought a lot of upgrades for it, so we'll see. Pourchaire, yeah, I think Pourchaire hit traffic. Sending both drivers out again, just getting them to push their tyres a little bit more as Lando comes in to start his lap. Where's Theo? Theo's there around Leclerc, isn't he? So let's, yeah, Leclerc's actually on a fast lap, so Theo's probably getting in his way and causing some issues there. But we'll get both of them going, see how they can do. I mean, Lando has passed Lance Stroll in a pretty annoying area. Sonoda, yeah, that's not good. It's not ideal what we've done there. Theo Pourchaire needs to improve there. Theo Pourchaire improved, so I think that is the strategy. Warm up the tyres a little bit early. Should be enough to see us both through to Q2. Yeah, it was comfortably enough. Although it's 10th and 12th, it was comfortably enough to get through to Q2 for us there. People bringing new engines and stuff to this. Lots of grid penalties are going to be happening around us, so it should suit us pretty well. We're going to start on the used tyres, but we're going to get out, just set a banker lap nice and early for both drivers. We'll go out after Carlos Sainz. They can run this one manually, and then we're going to judge to see where we can come out in less traffic. Norris should have a pretty good run here. If he catches Albon down that back straight, that's never too bad. Norris a 126.6, not too bad, and Pourchaire 2 seconds slower, so definitely hit traffic. We'll have to go out again. Okay, we're sending both drivers out again, and we should be in a pretty good spot here. So Lando's got, tyres aren't quite into temperature, but he's going to be starting his lap. We're going to get Pourchaire just to push his tyres just before he gets into the chicane, and then get him to do everything he needs to do in there. So you can see Norris should have a pretty clear run, as should Pourchaire here. And this should allow them to set, theoretically, the best times they're going to set. As Norris just catches Magnussen, that's going to slow him down a bit. But Pourchaire, there you go. Pourchaire setting a wonderful time to take him to third behind the Ferraris, which is very, very good. So we just need to nail that timing of when to release them from the pit lane in the in Q3, and we should be all right. I can't see Verstappen will improve, but I can't see that many people improving to push Lando Norris out. So confident we're into Q3. Yeah, 2 drivers into Q3, 7th and 9th. So a lot of people did improve going through. Obviously, Japan has quite a lot of traffic on it, which is causing a few issues, and we'll have to see how we go here. It's not, yeah, we're not flying through, which is a little bit irritating. Again, on our used set, let's go out early, set a banker, see what we can do. We'll get the AI to manage it for us on this one. As Norris is going to have a lovely flying lap here because he's going to have 0 traffic. Pourchaire catches Piastri at a decent effort, a 126.6 again on used tyres. Pourchaire beats him ever so slightly. But it's quite obvious to see that we've got the difference between used and new tyres, basically a second, because we shouldn't be that far off George Russell. But we're going to send out Lando there. We're going to send out Pourchaire right behind him as well. And the quickest laps we've had so far have been when we've been pushing the tyres straight from the off. So we're going to go for that again. And see if we can hit something good here. Now, a nice clean track would have been lovely, but there are cars coming out of the garage. Right, Norris. Tyres are just outside of optimal temperature, but that shouldn't cause a problem. We're going to get Pourchaire pushing from back here as well. See if they can take maximum speed in. I mean, the Fat Ring Q3 is still good. I fancy our chances in the race. We have a very quick race car. As it's all just about catching these people at the right time. Norris 4th. Pourchaire stays 10th. That is disappointing. Conserve. I forgot to do all this. They should have enough fuel to get back. Yeah, Pourchaire in 10th. That's, yeah, he's off the pace. Okay, so 5th and 10th, not too bad really, but we are 4 tenths off Verstappen's fastest lap. So the Red Bull, I think people may have bought upgrades to Suzuka. I know we haven't. We haven't bought upgrades anywhere for ages. But yeah, I'm hoping we're not going to... We've got to finish 4th. That's it, really. Let's be logical. But yeah, look at these. So because of grid penalties, we're actually starting 3rd, which I think is going to give us a really good starting position. We're going to try and gain positions as much as we can at the beginning of the Grand Prix, and I think we're going to end with pace on the mediums as well. 9 seconds quicker is what we can do there. I'm just sort of wondering if we can, because we've got quite a few sets left. And I want to know if we can pull out something, maybe out, some people might call it outrageous. I'd call it bold. That's what I would call it. Like if we did that and then ended on a really fast stint. Yeah, it's only 6 seconds. Yeah, you're not really maximising it actually. So you're better off going soft onto the hards, push the mediums at the end. I mean, so that was saying there, it's 15 seconds quicker. You just run the hards into the ground a little bit. If we just nudge everything to the right. Okay, the softs is going to be key. The softs is going to be key here. We're going to go for that with Lando. He's 3rd. If he can get a really good launch from those soft tyres and gain some and make up some positions, that would be massive. We'll take some fuel out of his car as well. And Pourchaire in 7th. I think we go slightly differently. We're going to go mediums to start. Push them hard. See, we could go soft. Yeah. We're going to manage that. He's going to go on to the softs in the middle and a sort of managed stint. But it'll be very interesting to see how this goes. Very interesting. Right, let's get you pushing on that. Again, we'll take a bit of fuel out of your car. We're good at managing the fuel. Here we go. 53 laps of the Suzuka circuit here in Japan. We are starting 3rd behind the 2 Red Bulls who manage their cars really, really well. But straight from the off, get that ERS battle assist on. And we'll see what we can do. Lando there at the front. Oh, he's already up to 2nd. A really good launch on his soft tyres, just as we wanted. The less weight he's got in the car because of fuel could be huge. And I think, is that Verstappen on hards? It is. Wow, okay. Let's get this move done early. Go on, Lando. If he can get a move done early on Verstappen, who's on those hard tyres, this could be absolutely massive if we can pull away. Can't forget about Pourchaire as well, down in 7th. He'll be doing alright. You'll see him just here behind Gasly. There we go. Lando is having a little look. Yeah, he's having a look at Max Verstappen on this first lap. I think Lando fancies this for pace. I think he fancies it, to be honest. What can he do here? It would be wonderful if we can get first place just at the end of the first lap. It's going to come down into this really fast section here where the Red Bull may pull away. It has got incredible straight line speed. But Lando with a fantastic start up into 2nd on basically the first corner, wasn't it? Off the line. He did really, really well. Let's jump on board, see what it looks like from Lando Norris's point of view. Is they're going to come down towards the chicane into the start-finish straight, right into the back of, well, not right into the back of him, that would be horrible. Right on the gearbox of Max Verstappen. He's doing a lovely job. And this is where you sort of think he may be able to make something happen with the better traction on the soft tyres. But in theory, once DRS opens, we should be alright. Pourchaire goes up into 6th. We'll have a quick look at that one. There's Pourchaire on the soft tyre, just round the outside of Pierre Gasly. Lovely. Really well done from Thibaut Pourchaire, who's on the mediums to start this one. So DRS is open. Lando Norris gets it done pretty easily, as we'll just see it here. It was just out of the DRS zone into the first corner. Yeah, Max Verstappen, a bit of a sitting duck without the DRS. And our DRS is very, very powerful in this Haas. We've designed it to really increase our speed a lot. And a good move. So 11 laps in, Lando Norris has put a 2-second gap. We've been doing it with a bit of ERS help. Pourchaire up to 6th. He's overtaken a number of drivers as well. Both the Ferrari drivers dropping down. I wonder if they've both started on hards. No, soft. So they're having some issues. But yeah, Leclerc's put a good bit of time in between himself and the Red Bulls. But it'll be interesting to see how it manages. His pit window is opening. And he's actually managing his tyres really well. As is Pourchaire, a bit less tyre deg than what we were anticipating, so it should suit Lando's strategy really well. It really should. We'll jump on board with Thibaut Pourchaire. Another successful overtake he's got around Piastri. He's sort of following Gasly through. Let's see if... oh, Pourchaire's going for it. Is he up the inside? No, not yet, but with that extra deployment of energy, Thibaut Pourchaire may well get this done. As we don't actually... we probably don't need to do that. Let's top up, because he should get him in the DRS, to be honest. As well, he's got it done anyway, so let's try and accelerate away from him. Okay, so Lando Norris is pitting this lap with a 4.4 second gap. Let's make sure we're looking at the right driver. A 4.5 second lead over Charles Leclerc. Those soft tyres really doing as well. I imagine Leclerc's going to be going for a 2-stop or maybe a 1-stop. But we'll lose a few positions here. We're not going to jump out in a high position, but we'll be on the fresh hard tyres. It's a decent stop at 2.3. Not our best, but not our worst. Hopefully Bottas won't jump us. It's going to be very tight. If we can get out in front of Bottas, we're not going to. Damn. Have to fight through that traffic. Okay, so Leclerc pits as well. He's coming out 4 seconds behind us, so he definitely hasn't overcut us there, which is good. Pourchaire is up to 2nd. Obviously, Max Verstappen's going long on his hards, but yeah, Pourchaire's doing a decent job. We're not too bad. I'm glad we kept that, or increased that gap. But Norris does need to get past. He's driving in front, but he's lost a bit of confidence, so I don't want to put him on aggressive overtakes just yet. We'll use his battery to help him, though. So Pourchaire coming in for his pit stop. Norris back up to 7th. He's got Ocon and Bottas, so that's good. Giovinazzi has a pit stop issue as well, as Thibaut Pourchaire comes in for off his mediums and onto the 2 very fast set of soft tyres, so should be right. Sainz is pitting as well, which is interesting. That Ferrari pit crew is ready for Carlos Sainz, so Norris should jump a few places here and get this back. So softs are on a 1.9. Wow, really rapid stop for Thibaut Pourchaire and his team. You love to see that. And then these guys in front, yeah, 0, 0, 0. So we've done 1 stop. Pourchaire's just outside of the points, but I'm not worried about that. Let's go. Right, I'm just going to do a mid-save race. Just in case. Just in case. It's just saving the game. Resume. Right, we're safe. Okay, track details. No, it's that one, isn't it? Reports, circuit info, time considerations. 23 seconds on the green flag running. So, to the leader is 23 seconds for Pourchaire. So we're going to be in a very good position. Norris is going to be potentially well out in front when Verstappen and Russell have to pit. So, I think we're doing all right here. I think we're doing all right. So Russell has pit, and everyone in front of us is pretty much pit. Well, Piastri and Ocon actually haven't. But Verstappen hasn't pit yet. And we're only 6 seconds off Max Verstappen. So Lando Norris is in a fantastic position right now, which is really, really good. Yeah, Piastri's right on my tail, but he's still got a pit, so I'm not worried about that. Pourchaire doing a really good job, up to 7th place. We have brought his tyres back in line to what he's meant to be doing. I nearly forgot. But yeah, very happy with this. You can see Pourchaire in this sort of chain of cars, which it needs to be broken. And it probably will be broken because Ocon and Bottas have both got a pit. So we could be on for 2 podiums here. So Lando Norris is... well, Pourchaire's overtaken Leclerc. They've got a battle going on. But Lando Norris is very close to overtaking Max Verstappen, who still needs to pit. So Lando Norris is going to overtake him and then have like a 22-second lead, which is just incredible, absolutely incredible. It's great driving from Lando Norris. Pourchaire's getting the most out of those softs as well. He's doing a really good job. Now, obviously, we might have some people going to the end. Leclerc's definitely not going to the end. Sainz isn't going to the end on these softs. Russell potentially is with a one stop. Piastri will be. Ocon will be. But, yeah, at the moment, Ocon is 35 seconds. So he's more than a pit stop away from us at the front with Norris. He's just going to be ahead of Pourchaire, but I think Pourchaire will be fine, to be honest. But Verstappen needs to pit soon. Yeah, he needs to come in and get his pit stop done. And I think while we're sitting behind him, we can top up our battery and look to let's get this on. It'd be interesting to see if Verstappen comes in now at 46%. No, he stays out again. So I think we're actually going to put it on full harvest and make sure we recharge here and just see if we can get past. If Max pulls us along a little bit, that's fine. If we get past him, it's great as well. So, and it looks like Lando's going for it up the inside, and he does take the lead of the Grand Prix. Lovely. Okay, Verstappen finally pits, and we are going to absolutely fly. And it's actually Lando's optimal pit as well. We could potentially get a bit more out of these hards. He's only at 48%, but I feel like the strategies work so far. Or though, do we push them and then go? What did we get out of the softs? We got 15 laps. So we would have to push to 48. What would that be? 50. That would be 10. 15 would be there. So we'd have to push these hards to there. Now I think we stick with the strategy. We get on the medium tyres for a full push from them. We're going to push our lap hit. Or do we do one more with a full push? This is interesting. This is very interesting what we do here. Charles Leclerc sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. He has gone on to fresh medium tyres. How far is he off us? 38. So if we come out ahead of Leclerc, basically, Leclerc and Verstappen we need to come out ahead of. That is the key. That is the key for Lando Norris. Oh, we've got a safety car. We've got a safety car. Now this is really interesting because Lando's going to pit under safety car. We just get Pourchaire in at the same time. Has he got? He hasn't. He's got a fresh pair at heart. I don't know if those. What can they do? Lifetime laps. They can do 29 laps. I mean, we're over lap 30, so technically they should be fine. We'll get them on, and I think it just means he can't push them. But we've got a safety car, so we both should definitely pit. Safety car is out. It's K-Mag, our old driver. Let's quickly watch it while it's there. And he's up against the AlphaTauri. And... whoa! Yeah, big crash into the barrier. That would be a broken car in half, I think, hitting that part of the barrier. But I just want to check that we've got this. Yes, he is pitting because I can cancel the pit stop. So, confirm. And you are pitting as well, so... right, safety car is out. This is really interesting. I wonder if everyone else will take the opportunity to jump onto tyres. It's obviously going to bunch us all up, which isn't great because Lando's got such a large lead. But, right, he is in. There we go. Lando comes in. It's going to be interesting. If we just had another crash under safety car. But yeah, it could suit George Russell, who's on 69% tyres. He might stay out. But, so Lando's in. Oh, it's a slow stop. Come on. Bloody hell. 4 seconds. Luckily, that happened under safety car. Theo Pourchaire now coming in. Perez in. Russell in. Yeah, everybody's pitting. It's going to be really interesting to see what tyres everyone goes on. Obviously, we've mixed it. We've gone Norris for a push on mediums and Theo Pourchaire for no push on softs. Now, what we don't want is for Theo Pourchaire to get held in the pit lane here. He's being held in the pit lane because other cars are going. Oh, that's so unlucky for Theo Pourchaire. So unlucky. So we're coming out on mediums. Verstappen on softs. Piastri is staying out on his hards. Interesting. Perez on softs. I think everyone's going to be basically off. So Russell's on mediums, we're on softs. So a bit of a mix, Okay, safety car is ending, and I don't want to mess this up. So push, push, push. You can attack for the whole race. Theo Pourchaire can actually be, I think he'll be able to be aggressive on those tyres. He can push. And let's go. Right, we need a really good start here from Lando. I feel bad for Theo Pourchaire. He's just got caught in the pit lane. He's just got caught in that pit lane as everyone else came in. But we had to do it under the safety car. It made sense. Definitely made sense. As Lando is going to get everyone away. Look at them behind. We're looking for a chance to go. The safety car is in. So we're going to get round the chicane. And then Lando should just drop the accelerator really and start going. There we go. You hear the engine go. And hopefully he pulls away. He needs to get away from Verstappen, who's got those soft tyres. See him closing up there. I don't want to tell Norris to defend, because then he drives slower. What's Pourchaire's? Pourchaire's on very high. Let's not risk it just yet. Let's not risk it. But, yeah, 15 laps to go. Come on, boys. Come on, hold on. You can see these two pulling away straight away. The acceleration from that Red Bull engine is ridiculous. I'm glad we've picked it in our car as well. We've had another crash on track. It's only debris, no safety car or anything. It's at the back. Is that Giovinazzi? Comes around. Oh, it's a bit of a hold up, and Giovinazzi gets hit. And then, nothing too bad. I'll say with DRS enabled, Pourchaire has got Piastri, but Verstappen has overtaken Norris. I'm hoping that our tyres being able to push them is going to help us here. The softs hopefully die off quickly. I mean, if you look at Pourchaire's tyres, they are dying off quickly, but we'll have to wait and see. Just stay with him, Lando. Yeah, Lando Norris is smashing this. He's just set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, nearly a second away from Verstappen. Being able to push the tyres is absolutely massive. We're going to keep an eye on Pourchaire, see if we can get him to push. He is 3 seconds off Sergio Perez, and I don't think he's really lapping any quicker. 1/10 a lap quicker, but yeah, we'll see. But Lando Norris doing a superb job out the front at the moment, and we're getting him to pull away as much as he can. Oh, Pourchaire's locked up. It's not too bad. He was battling there for fourth with Perez, but yeah, he's locked up, which means he's really hurt his tyres, so we're going to have to just put him in to bring it home mode, basically, into standard. He may even need to go into light, because I think they're going to struggle a lot. So Leclerc may catch him, but it's all about the points, really. But Lando Norris, 4.2 seconds in front. He's having an outstanding race, Lando Norris. Great driving, to the point where we can ease off the tyres. 2 laps to go. Theo Pourchaire really struggling with those tyres now. He's been caught by Leclerc, and Ocon is probably going to get him as well. But he's just got to bring it home. 28% tyres for 2 laps. It's going to be tough. So Lando Norris starts the final lap in the lead of the Japanese Grand Prix with a 5-second gap to George Russell. He's done really well. Theo Pourchaire at the moment. Defend, son. Defend on those tyres as best you can. And we'll see how these goes. But at the moment, Lando Norris on for the win and the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. We just need Theo Pourchaire to make that car as wide as possible. And here comes Lando Norris round the final chicane for the last time. And he will be the Japanese Grand Prix winner. It's a fantastic race from him. 5.1 seconds ahead of the Ferrari of George Russell. And Lando Norris wins the Japanese Grand Prix. Absolutely superb drive from him. Really happy with that. And Pourchaire continues to make that car as wide as possible and hold off Esteban Ocon. Hopefully to bring home really good needed points in 5th. So we'll get Norris beats Russell, Pourchaire beats Sainz. Both the Red Bulls up there. Great driving from Pourchaire. Lovely. Yeah, absolutely awesome. The 2-stopper working really well. Obviously a lot of people did it by default because of the safety car. But yeah, Lando Norris up 2 positions, starting 3rd, winning it on a 1:27.88. Lovely stuff. 26 points for him. Theo Pourchaire gaining 1 position, but that was because of a lock-up at the end. He probably could have got a podium. But yeah, really good stuff. In the drivers, Lando remains 2nd, increasing his gap by 16 points over Charles Leclerc in 3rd. Did gain 11 points on Max Verstappen, so it's not over yet for Max. It's only like 50 points the difference. Theo Pourchaire up to 6th. He jumps over Lance Stroll. And in the Constructors, we stay third, but we do gain 12 points on Ferrari for that second space. So 40-ish points, the difference there. Not bad at all. Obviously, in the pit stops, we are leading that by quite some margin. We're comfortably getting that 12 million at the end of the year. And our underfloor research is complete. Our rear wing research is complete as well. So we are getting lots of stuff done. Regulation vote. So we voted for changing financial regulations. We voted against it because we didn't want lower money. What's that? Tiebreaker voted for. So we are going to get lower income of money, which is very, very irritating, I should say. So rear wing, new rear wing on car number 1. Car number 2 can have a new front wing, have a new rear wing, and have a new suspension as well. Right, let's get into some manufacturing, and we'll do set up some more research in a minute as well. We needed 2 new underfloors to go in there. It's so much cheaper when you don't need to do them as an emergency. And I think suspension now needs another one on there as well, which will be 8 days. We've got 11 days until our next race, so we've actually got some time here. 4, we've got 4, what have we got here? Design, quantity 4, that's fine. Quantity 2, yes, only got 2 installed, so we do need 2 rear wings as well. And do we need anything else? Front wing we've got 3, so we could do another front wing. Chassis we've got 4, so we're in a very good position in our manufacturing here. It's all going very well indeed. Research then. Let's go and have a quick look at the rules and regs and just see what we are lacking on. So the chassis does need a lot of research into it. The front wing, I think, does need a lot. I think the front wing needs huge. We're probably going to do a front wing project. God, it all just needs so much, doesn't it? It all just needs... Well, our underfloor was just done, but even that is like... Yeah, it's massive. It's going to be a massive change. So, into the research, we do have a front wing and a chassis coming. That's good. So, I think we go underfloor again. We've used all of our stuff, but we're going to put... I think we've got to go into full-on drag reduction to see what we can do. So, let's get that on it. We'll get we'll get 2 engineers on that. It's going to cost 1.4. Cost cap remain 27 million. We've got quite a few races left, so we'll have to start being a little bit careful with that, and then we'll go another rear wing. Yeah, we've used all of our design time. We're going to go full on for drag reduction and pace improvement. And we'll put the final 2 engineers on that. So yeah, cost cap remaining 26.1 million. Right, lovely stuff. Well, with that, we're now heading towards the end of the season, aren't we? So we've got Austin, Mexico, Sao Paulo, Las Vegas, and Abu Dhabi remaining. So I think we'll come back for Abu Dhabi for the last race of the Grand Prix, and we'll see you then. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think we should be doing with the car and everything like that. But thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.